Hello and welcome. I'm Jake, and this is English Without Borders. And today is a special one because today is day one of something I'm really excited about, the 5-day English speaking challenge. 5 days, 5 sessions, one goal: to help you start speaking English more naturally, more confidently, and more fluently. Starting right now, starting today. So if you are new here, welcome. I'm so glad you found this. And if you've been listening for a while, welcome back. You already know what we do here. Real English, real life, real conversations. No textbooks, no boring grammar rules, just natural, warm, useful English that you can actually use. And this 5-day challenge is going to be a little different from our regular episodes. Each day, we're going to focus on one specific technique, one specific theme, and most importantly, we're going to practice together, you and me. I'm going to guide you through real speaking exercises that you can do right here, right now, while you listen. So I want you to know something before we start. This is not a passive listening experience. Well, it can be if you're on the bus or in a crowded place. But the ideal way to do this challenge is to find a quiet space where you can speak out loud, even quietly. Because speaking out loud is what changes your English. Not just listening, speaking. Are you ready? Let's go. Day 1. Okay, before we get into today's technique and today's practice, I want to talk to you for a moment. Because I want you to understand why this challenge exists and what it's going to do for you. Here's something that every English learner knows, but maybe doesn't say out loud. Listening to English is easier than speaking English. Much easier. You can listen and understand without producing anything, without putting yourself out there, without the risk of making a mistake. But speaking, that's different. Speaking requires you to reach into your brain, find the words, put them in the right order, shape them with your mouth, and send them out into the world, all at the same time, very quickly, under pressure, while someone is waiting for your response. And this is why so many learners reach a level where their listening is quite good. They understand most of what they hear, but their speaking still feels slow, uncertain, unnatural. Because listening and speaking are two different skills, and you improve the skill you practice. So that's what this challenge is about. Speaking. Practicing the output. Building the confidence that comes from actually producing English, not just receiving it. And the technique we're using for all 5 days of this challenge is one of the most powerful tools in the Language Learner's Toolkit. You might have heard of it. It's called shadowing. Now, if you've listened to any of our previous episodes, you might remember that we did a full episode on how to do shadowing correctly. If you haven't heard it, don't worry. Today, I'm going to explain everything you need. But if you have heard it, today is where we move from understanding the technique to actually doing it. Because there's a difference between knowing how to do something and actually doing it. And today, we're doing it. So let me quickly explain shadowing for anyone who is new to the concept. Shadowing is a speaking technique where you listen to a native speaker or a clear, natural speaker, and you repeat what they say almost at the same time, like a shadow following a person, close behind, copying the movement. You're not waiting for the person to finish and then repeating. You're flowing with them, a half second behind, matching their rhythm, their speed, their intonation, the way their voice goes up and down, their connected speech, the way words blend together naturally. And why is this so powerful? Because when you shadow correctly, you're not just learning words, you're training your mouth, your tongue, your lips, your breath to produce the physical sounds of English. You're training your ear to hear the music of the language, the rhythm, the stress, the flow. It's like learning a dance by dancing with a partner. You don't just watch them, you move with them. Your body learns through movement, and your speaking improves through speaking. Now, before we start today's session, I want to tell you the one rule of this challenge, and this rule is non-negotiable. You have to speak out loud. Not in your head, not as a quiet murmur. Out loud, with real voice, real volume, as much as your situation allows. I know it feels uncomfortable. I know your voice sounds strange to you. I know you're worried about mistakes. I know that speaking out loud alone in a room feels a little strange. Do it anyway. Because that discomfort, that strange feeling of hearing your own English voice, that is the feeling of your brain building something new. That is growth. And every time you push through that discomfort, you get a little stronger. Okay, let's warm up. Every session in this 5-day challenge starts with a warm-up. And the warm-up is simple. We're going to get your mouth, your voice, and your brain into English mode. I want you to repeat these phrases after me, out loud. Match my rhythm and my tone as closely as you can. Don't overthink. Just listen and follow. Ready? Here we go. Good morning. Say it with me. Good morning. The stress is on more. Not good morning. Not good morning equally. Good morning. Try it. Good morning. Now with more warmth, like you're greeting someone you like. Good morning. Beautiful. Now this one. How are you doing today? How are you doing today? Notice the rhythm. How are you doing today? The important words get the stress. Try it. How are you doing today? Good. One more time with natural speed. How are you doing today? Now this one, and this is a very common phrase in natural spoken English. I'm doing really well. Thanks for asking. I'm doing really well. Thanks for asking. Try it. Don't worry about perfect. Just try. I'm doing really well. Thanks for asking. And one more. It's great to be here. It's great to be here. It's great to be here. Excellent. You just did your first shadowing. Simple, yes, but you did it. You made English sounds out loud. That's day 1 already beginning. Now let's talk about what we're going to focus on in today's session. Day 1 of this challenge is about one thing: rhythm. English has a very specific rhythm, and this rhythm is one of the most important things that makes English sound natural or unnatural. When someone's English sounds a little robotic, a little flat, a little hard to follow, it's often not because of individual word pronunciation. It's because the rhythm is off. So what is English rhythm? Let me explain it simply. In English, not all words are equal. Some words are stressed, said louder, longer, and with more energy. Other words are unstressed, said quickly, softly, almost swallowed. The stressed words are usually the important words, the words that carry the meaning. Nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, the content words. The unstressed words are usually the connecting words. Articles like a and the, prepositions like to and of, pronouns like I and he, the grammar words. And in natural English, these unstressed words get said very quickly, almost disappearing, while the stressed words get full weight and attention. Let me give you an example. The sentence, I want to go to the shop. In careful textbook English, you might say each word equally. I want to go to the shop. But in natural spoken English, it sounds more like this. I want to go to the shop. The to and the nearly disappear. The want and shop get the energy. I want to go to the shop. Can you hear the difference? Let me say it both ways. Textbook, I want to go to the shop. Natural, I want to go to the shop. The second one flows. The first one sounds mechanical. And this rhythm, this pattern of strong and weak, is what gives English its music, its natural sound. Okay, let's practice this together. I'm going to say some sentences. Listen carefully first. Then I'll say them again, and I want you to shadow. Repeat with me at the same time, matching the rhythm. Don't worry about being perfect. Focus on feeling the rhythm, the strong beats and the weak beats. Ready? First sentence. Listen first. She's going to the market this afternoon. She's going to the market this afternoon. Now, together, shadow with me. She's going to the market this afternoon. Good. One more time. Feel those stress points. She's going to the market this afternoon. Next sentence. Listen. He told me he was coming, but I haven't heard from him. He told me he was coming, but I haven't heard from him. Shadow with me. He told me he was coming, but I haven't heard from him. Again. He told me he was coming, but I haven't heard from him. Feel how the stressed words get the energy. Told, coming, haven't, heard. Those carry the sentence. The rest flows around them. Next one. Listen first. I've been trying to learn English for a few years now. I've been trying to learn English for a few years now. Shadow with me. I've been trying to learn English for a few years now. One more time. I've been trying to learn English for a few years now. You're doing it. You're shadowing. You're training your ear and your mouth at the same time. Okay, now I want to do something a little different. I want to give you a short paragraph to shadow. A real, natural piece of spoken English. We're going to take it slowly. We'll listen first, then shadow together. This is today's main shadowing text. It's written in natural, everyday English. It's about mornings. Simple topic, clear language, perfect for day one. Listen to the whole thing first. Just listen. Don't try to repeat yet. Every morning, I try to do one small thing that makes me feel good. Sometimes it's just making a cup of tea and sitting quietly for 5 minutes. Sometimes it's going outside and feeling the fresh air. It doesn't have to be big. It just has to be mine. Something I chose. Something that belongs to the morning and to me. Beautiful, right? Simple, natural, real English. Okay, now let's shadow it together. I'll go sentence by sentence. Listen, then join me. First sentence. Every morning, I try to do one small thing that makes me feel good. Every morning, I try to do one small thing that makes me feel good. Shadow with me. Every morning, I try to do one small thing that makes me feel good. Again. Every morning, I try to do one small thing that makes me feel good. Next sentence. Sometimes it's just making a cup of tea and sitting quietly for 5 minutes. Sometimes it's just making a cup of tea and sitting quietly for 5 minutes. Shadow with me. Sometimes it's just making a cup of tea and sitting quietly for 5 minutes. Again. Sometimes it's just making a cup of tea and sitting quietly for 5 minutes. Next. Sometimes it's going outside and feeling the fresh air. Sometimes it's going outside and feeling the fresh air. Shadow. Sometimes it's going outside and feeling the fresh air. Next. It doesn't have to be big. It just has to be mine. It doesn't have to be big. It just has to be mine. Shadow. It doesn't have to be big. It just has to be mine. And the final sentence. Something I chose. Something that belongs to the morning and to me. Something I chose. Something that belongs to the morning and to me. Shadow. Something I chose. Something that belongs to the morning and to me. Now let's do the whole paragraph together, continuously. Don't stop, just flow with me. Every morning, I try to do one small thing that makes me feel good. Sometimes it's just making a cup of tea and sitting quietly for 5 minutes. Sometimes it's going outside and feeling the fresh air. It doesn't have to be big. It just has to be mine. Something I chose. Something that belongs to the morning and to me. One more time. A little faster now. More natural speed. Every morning, I try to do one small thing that makes me feel good. Sometimes it's just making a cup of tea and sitting quietly for 5 minutes. Sometimes it's going outside and feeling the fresh air. It doesn't have to be big. It just has to be mine. Something I chose. Something that belongs to the morning and to me. That was beautiful. Seriously. However it sounded to you, it was better than doing nothing. And the 5th time you do it will be better than the 1st. That's how this works. Let's take a quick breath. You've been working hard, and I want you to feel good about that. Because what you just did is real practice. Real English speaking practice. Not passive listening, not reading. Speaking. Producing. Training your voice. And I want to give you something to think about while you rest for a moment. Native speakers don't think about rhythm when they speak. They don't consciously decide which words to stress. It's automatic. It's in their body, in their muscle memory. And the way it got there is exactly what you just did. Repetition, listening and speaking, listening and speaking, over and over until the patterns became automatic. You are doing the same thing. Every time you shadow, even imperfectly, you are building that automatic knowledge, drop by drop, day by day. And one day, sooner than you think, the rhythm will start to come naturally, without effort, without thought. That is the goal, and you are on your way. Now I want to teach you something that connects directly to what we've been practicing. It's something that makes a huge difference to how natural English sounds and how well you understand native speakers. It's called connected speech. Connected speech is what happens when words join together in fast, natural English. Words don't always sound the way they look in a dictionary. When they come next to other words in a sentence, spoken at natural speed, they change, they connect, they blend. And this can be very confusing for English learners. You know the individual words perfectly, but when a native speaker says them quickly together, it sounds like something completely different. Let me give you some of the most common examples. Want to becomes wanna. I want to go. I wanna go. Say it. I wanna go. Going to becomes gonna. I'm going to study. I'm gonna study. Say it. I'm gonna study. Have to becomes have to. I have to leave. I have to leave. Say it. I have to leave. Don't you becomes don't ya. Don't you know? Don't you know? Say it. Don't you know? Did you becomes did ya. Did you eat? Did you eat? Say it. Did you eat? Now, I know these look very informal when written down. And in formal writing, you would always use the full forms. But in natural spoken English, in everyday conversation, in movies, in podcasts, with friends, These connected forms are completely normal, expected, natural. And when you can both hear them and produce them, your English moves to a completely different level. Let's practice a few sentences with connected speech. Shadow with me. I'm gonna need a few more minutes. I'm gonna need a few more minutes. Shadow. I'm gonna need a few more minutes. Do you want to grab a coffee later? Do you want to grab a coffee later? Shadow. Do you want to grab a coffee later? I have to finish this before I can leave. I have to finish this before I can leave. Shadow. I have to finish this before I can leave. Did you hear what happened yesterday? Did you hear what happened yesterday? Shadow. Did you hear what happened yesterday? Excellent. You just practiced some of the most natural, everyday connected speech in English. These phrases come up constantly in conversation, and now you're practicing producing them. Okay, we're coming toward the end of day one, but before we finish, I want to give you your daily challenge, something to do today, outside of this session, that keeps the momentum going. Your day one challenge is this. Find one short piece of audio in English. It can be a short clip from a podcast, a short YouTube video, even just 30 seconds of something you enjoy, and shadow it, out loud, 3 times in a row. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be long. 30 seconds, 3 times. That's it. And here's the important thing. Choose something you like, something that interests you, something you'd want to listen to anyway. Because the more you enjoy the content, the more you'll engage with it. The more you engage, the more you learn. If you want, you can use today's shadowing paragraph again, the one about mornings. That's completely fine. Shadow it again tonight or later today. Each time will feel a little more natural, a little more yours. Let me also give you a few useful vocabulary words from today. Words that came up in our session and are great to know for daily English conversation. First, rhythm. R-H-Y-T-H-M-M. The pattern of strong and weak beats in language, or in music, or in life. English has a natural rhythm that makes it sound musical when spoken well. Once you feel the rhythm of English, speaking becomes much easier. Second, stress. In the context of language, stress means emphasis, saying a word or syllable louder and longer to give it importance. In the word morning, the stress is on the first syllable, morning. Stress the important words in a sentence and the meaning becomes much clearer. Third, connected speech. The way words blend together in natural, fast English. Connected speech is why want to sounds like wanna in everyday conversation. Understanding connected speech is one of the biggest steps toward understanding native speakers. Fourth, fluency. Speaking smoothly and continuously, without long pauses or hesitation. Not perfect, flowing. Her fluency improved dramatically after 6 weeks of daily shadowing practice. Fluency is about flow, not about 0 mistakes. And fifth, intonation. The way your voice rises and falls when you speak. The melody of your sentences. His intonation sounded very natural. You could hear the emotion in his voice. Practice intonation by shadowing speakers you find warm and expressive. Okay, let's recap day one. What did we do today? We started with a warm-up, simple phrases said out loud with natural rhythm. We talked about what shadowing is and why it works. We learned about English rhythm, the pattern of stressed and unstressed words that gives English its natural sound. We practiced shadowing sentences and a full paragraph, focusing on feeling the stress points. We learned about connected speech, the way words blend together in natural conversation, and practiced some of the most common examples. And I gave you your daily challenge, 30 seconds of audio, shadowed 3 times today. That is a full, real, powerful day one. You should feel good about this. Before I let you go, I have a question for you, and I really want you to answer it in the comments. How did it feel to shadow today? Was it strange? Was it fun? Was it harder than you expected or easier? Did any particular sentence or phrase feel surprisingly natural? Tell me. I read every comment, and I genuinely love hearing about your experience. Your answer might also help another learner who's wondering if they should try this. And one more thing, share this challenge. If you know someone who's learning English, send them this episode. Tell them day one starts here, because everything is better when you learn with someone. I'll see you tomorrow for day 2. And on day 2, we're going to go deeper. We're going to work on intonation, the music of English, the rises and falls that make your voice sound warm, natural, and alive. It's going to be a good one, I promise. But for today, you did it. Day 1 is done. You spoke English out loud. You trained your rhythm. You practiced connected speech. You shadowed real, natural English. That is not nothing. That is real progress. One day at a time, one session at a time. If this episode helped you, please give it a like. It helps more learners find this challenge. Subscribe so day 2 comes straight to you, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'm Jake, and this is English Without Borders. Keep going. Keep speaking. You've got this. Bye for now.